Hi everybody. How is everybody today on this beautiful Sunday? Um, it is Sunday evening. I hope everybody's ready for work tomorrow. I don't think I am, but yeah, I've had a fantastic weekend. I don't know about anybody else. Let's see who's here. We've got Mel here, Wisdom Drops, Totenkopf, Laurynne is here. Hello, Laurynne. Thank you for joining us. Estelle is here, of course. Eleutheria's first, guys. She is first. Okay, don't forget that. Um, and Daryl's here as well. Well done, everybody. Or welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Guys, tonight's stream, I'm putting on even though it's not a self-inspirational stream tonight, it's more of a awareness stream, if you want to call it that. But I think I'm going to need the calming music because, the subject that we are talking about is a bit hectic. It's a bit crazy. And Gentle's just joined us as well. And Clarissa. Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining us. I'm drinking liqueur this evening. So, yeah. Estelle said, sorry, my fault. No, it's not your fault. Don't worry. Okay, ladies. Everybody. So, I don't know if everybody has seen the video that's been going around from what happened in Northcliffe with that child that the guy tried to kidnap or tried to abduct. It is... Sure, I can't even think of the right words. It is not something that you want to see, especially in your close neighborhoods, in the close surroundings around you. It's eye-opening. Hello, Joker. Thank you for joining us. It just kind of shows you, like, what can happen. And, again, situational awareness, guys. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of what's going on around you. If you're sitting at a restaurant, yes, Clarissa, horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying. 11 Totenkopf's completely effed up, and something is very wrong. It is. It is, guys. And I think the scary part is thinking that how many of these syndicates are there in today's day and age where they are looking for your children. They are trying to take your children, guys. It is scary. It's terrifying. It's mind-blowing. It's, unfortunately there's some really sick people in this world. But what I can't stress enough, everybody, is to be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of everything that's going on around you. If I go to a restaurant with my children, put your children in a corner where it's difficult for them to get out of or taken out of, and make sure you as the parent are facing the door. Don't sit in an open area like that with your children. Like you see some of these restaurants, I'm not going to mention names, guys, because that's not fair, have tables outside. I don't like the tables outside. Yes, so you can sit in the beautiful sunshine and the outside and fresh air and everything. If you want to sit outside like that, guys, don't take your kids. Okay? Unless it is sort of closed off and it's easier to control. So if you're sitting at a restaurant, sit somewhere in a corner or against a wall. Make sure your child is against the wall, and make sure that you as the adult are facing the door. Make sure you can see who's around you, who's walking around you. Guys, we need to be vigilant. We need to see what's going on around us. We need to be more situational aware. We cannot allow this to happen. We cannot allow it. The Joker says it's giving me an idea. Decoy dummy kids filled with TNT and a remote. That could be fun. I agree with you. That could be fun. Clarissa R says, I'm even more paranoid now. My little boy is one of my friendliest kids I've ever seen. He greets everyone. Now I don't want him to even look at anyone. I know, it's very, very difficult. My kids are also extremely friendly children, and they will hug anybody, and they're not shy at all, and it's terrifying, that just the thought, But you know what, guys? Do yourself a favor. Your kids can handle a lot more than you think they can. Show your children this video. I mean, the video that was going around of the oak trying to take that child. Show them that video. Treat your kids that if somebody comes near them, to scream at the top of their lungs. We need to train our kids correctly. We need to make sure that our kids know what to do, that we know what to do, that we're aware of what's going on around us. Make sure that you are ready, because you cannot have this thing in your mind of, it will never happen to me. There are so many things in my life that happened where you think it'll never happen to me, and guess what? It did. Don't ever think it will never happen to me. If you are aware of your surroundings and you're aware of what's going on around you and the potential kidnappers or whatever, see how aware you are and see how prepared you are. You have less of a chance that they're going to try anything. So do yourselves a favor. Be aware of people around you. Take mental pictures. And if you see guys following you, make sure they see you taking a photo of them, okay? Physically take a photo of them. Do it. If they have a problem with it, well, why are they having such a problem with it? I think I missed one or two comments here. Linda says, hi, beautiful people. Yes, hello, Linda. Thank you for joining us. Wisdom's Drop says, we were those kids. Yeah. But the difference is we grew up in a different time. We grew up in a different era where we were safer than what we are now. And it's sad. And it's I think it's even more sadder than that it's true. It's sorry guys, I had to take a sip of alcohol with this subject. The subject is so depressing, and I really don't like to be depressing. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not a depressing person. But that's why I want us to be armed. I want us to be ready. I don't want us to sit back and take on that attitude of, it'll never happen to me. I don't want us to have that attitude. I want us to be ready. I want us to be prepared. Make sure that you see who's following you, who's walking around you, who's watching you. Because I tell you what, guys, it's a lot more obvious than what you may think. It is very obvious. Even if you're walking through a mall, make sure you look behind you. Make sure you see who's around you. And make sure they see that you see them too. Make sure you are holding your kids' hands when you are walking through the shop. And never, ever let your children go to the bathroom alone. I don't even care if they're 11. You do not let your children go into the bathroom by themselves. We've had previous scenarios with kids in bathrooms. Guys, please, let's learn from this. Do not let your children go to the bathroom by themselves, especially little girls. But let me tell you, boys are just as much in danger. If you're a mother on your own and you've got a little boy, you know what? Take him into the female bathroom with you. And if anyone has a problem with that, tough. Absolute tough. Estelle says, I showed this so-named video to my 5-year-old. And Gentle says she showed it to her children as well. Good. Linda Scott says, don't know how parents cope in these dark days. It's terrible. It's, this permanent thing of having to look around your shoulder all the time. It's we can't live in jails our entire lives. I mean, if I look at the way that I grew up, okay, I mean, I grew up on the coast. When I was my son's age, I was walking down to the beach by myself. By myself. We were riding our bikes in the streets at my children's age. You can't do that anymore. And when I see these small kids walking around in the streets themselves, I get so angry. I get so angry. Because I think to myself, then when something does happen to the child, when the child gets hit by a car or the child gets taken, then you're going to have the mother on the TV, on the news going, "Aah!" But you know what? If you didn't look after your child in the first place, why do you care now? Too little, too late. I'm getting so angry now. Sorry, guys. But it's true. Too little, too late. Rather be prepared and do what you can do when you can, and make sure you protect your children by any means possible. And you know what I loved about that video? Was when the chick walked up to the guy afterwards, even though he was being held down, and smashed a glass over his face. That was my favorite part out of that whole video. You go, girl, and do it again. And do it over and over and over. Clarissa is saying to Wisdom Drops, she wishes we could go back to the days of riding bicycles until sunsets and not being scared of the world. Exactly. And I look at overseas, and I mean, my nephews, okay, look, they're a little bit older, but I mean, my nephews walk to school by themselves. They're literally a couple of blocks away from school, but they walk to school by themselves. And you think to yourself, you could not do that in this country. You can't. Our children are not safe. They are not safe. And it's a terrible, terrible thought and experience. I can't imagine the trauma to that poor little girl, and the trauma to her parents. Imagine now how scared they are to leave their house because of these idiots. These absolute idiots. Who the hell wants to steal someone's child and do God knows what with them? What kind of sick people do we have in this world? And that's what scares me, is the thought of what kind of sick people do we have in this world. The Joker says this is why we need to cancel Netflix. They play right into these weirdos with films like Cuties. Our kids are not sex objects. Exactly. They are not sex objects. They are children, for God's sake. Children. Clarissa replies to the Joker. I lost it now. Saying she saw the hashtag cancel Netflix was trending worldwide. Hope it happens. Disgusting what they did. What did Netflix do? I'm lost somewhere here. What did Netflix do? Somebody tell me, please. Clinton McConnell says be vigilant all the time. Exactly. Arm yourself, guys. And your armor is your situation awareness. You have to be situationally aware of what is going on around you. I cannot say it enough. As a firearm owner, okay, and having a firearm owner as a boyfriend, you learn, yeah, he's finally here from work, finally. You finally learn, you actually learn about situational awareness, and I think it is something that is so important for everybody to know. It is not just for a firearm owner, guys. Every single person in this country, especially this country, needs to be aware of your situation. Yes, it happens in other countries as well, guys, but I'm talking about here, I'm talking about now. If you know of any places around you that does courses or training on this kind of thing, go and get it done. If you have to save up for a month or two, then do it. But don't not do it. Go and teach your kids Krav Maga. Go and do self-defense courses. Arm yourself. Be ready all the time. Like a soldier in the army. Be ready all the time. Okay? Mal S says, Femme Fatale, this is not depressing because the stream could save a child and a lot of heartache. Well, that's exactly why I wanted to do this, because, you know, just the thought to me of somebody's child being taken away. You know, if I just think to myself of how I would feel if one of my children were taken. Okay, well, look, I know what I would do. I know what I would do. If they actually managed to pry my child out of my dead cold hands, my children will be looked for. They will be looked for and they will be found. And God help the people who took them. Okay. But let me tell you honestly, they would honestly have to take my children, pry them out of my cold, dead hands. Physically. Because in an altercation like that, one of two things are going to happen. Either they're going to be dead or I'm going to be dead. And that's the only two options. Wisdom Job says gangs in Cape Town communicate with arm movements and hand signals around city blocks. Presence of about 20 members saw this happen outside of Downies and Brownies. You know, the thing is there, Wisdom Drops, is that you saw it. And this is the things that we need to be aware of. We need to be aware of what happens in our towns and in our cities and in our very near neighborhoods. We have to be aware of gangs. We have to be aware of syndicates. We have to be aware of all these things around us. You may think, I don't really want to know about it, because you think to yourself, oh, it's just going to make me more paranoid, and it's going to, you know, you feel like you're living on edge all the time. But it's something that we have to do. Unfortunately, it is something that we have to do. And I say unfortunately because it is really unfortunate that we have to live like this. Really, really unfortunate. Let's see. I see Johan's commented in there. The Joker says, I cannot understand how a film like Cuties even ended up on Netflix. It's sickening. Joker, I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard of that movie and I haven't seen it, but now I will go and have a look. And yeah, then if that is the case, then we need to do something about it. Yeah, Johan says, sorry, I'm working late, work is hectic again. Clinton, I don't know why this thing jumps like this. Clinton says to Linda, will changing the system create justice? Why do we not do it? You know, I think this is my biggest problem in this country, is there is no justice system. And this is why we have the crime that we do, because there is no justice system. Okay, yeah, now Cyril's turning around saying, yes, that they will not be let out of jail. You know, there's been so many incidences over the years where rapists of small children firstly come out on bail, okay, and secondly serve like 3 months imprisonment. 3 months for raping a child. Something needs to change. I'm sorry, but something needs to change. We cannot continue in this country like this. We are one of the highest, we have one of the highest rates of GBV in the world. Why? And why all of a sudden now is the president focusing on GBV? I wonder why. Think of that for a second. The reason why is because he's trying to take focus of what they are doing. For years, we have had the highest rates of GBV. Years. And they're concentrating on it now? You know, I saw a very sad story. And this whole racist thing going on with the cliques and everything else, it made me so angry. You know, I was sort of arguing with an oak on Twitter. And I turned around to him and I said to him, you know what, you oaks are going on about an advert about hair. Okay, which I'm sorry, as far as I'm concerned, that advert was insulting to everybody, but it was not racist. If it was racist, it would have only insulted one race and not more than one. It insulted all races. What do you think women like getting told that we have fine flat hair? No, we don't. Just as much as we don't like getting told we've got dry damaged hair. So what is the difference? There is no difference. There is no difference. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. I was arguing with this oak and I'm like, how can you be going on like this and carrying on the way that you guys are carrying on over a hair advert? But a 7-year-old child gets raped to the point where they bleed to death from their vagina. And that's fine. That's fun. That is fun. You know, people need to get their priorities right. They seriously need to get their priorities right. How do you allow people to rape children, to maim children, to physically and mentally abuse children, but you're going on about a hair advert? A hair advert! I can't fathom in my brain, with tears in my eyes. I can't, I don't understand it. I don't understand people's mentality. I don't understand how people can think this is okay. How can people think this is okay? Really? I want to read some comments before I lose my shit, okay? Awareness stream, always great. Thank you, Gentle. Gentle also says again, they steal kids, posing as car guards and taking your trolley with kids inside. Exactly. I have never let a car guard grab my trolley or go near my trolley while my kids are in it. I leave my groceries, I put my kids in the car first, and then I worry about my groceries. Guys, really? Do not let anybody near your trolley with your kid in it until your kid is in the car. Yeah, sorry, alcohol. What do we do, people? What do we do? What do we do? Clarissa R said, I sent you a link on Telegram about cuties. Okay, I'll have a look. Jan said, yes, the government needs to be changed and replaced. I agree. Because let's be quite frankly honest, the current government does not have their priorities straight. Clinton said, Jan, you are on it. The government's in charge of governing is not governing. No, they're not. Because they're more interested in looting bloody money that's meant for the people. Where is the 500 billion rand, Cyril? Not to mention, I tweeted about it. I actually found this article where 600,000 rand, 600,000 of the TERS money was paid to dead people, underaged, and prisoners. So all of you people who did not get your TERS payments, go and ask Cyril, where's your money? Where is your money that was promised to you? The deal of the lockdown was that you would be supported by government. So where is the support? Where is it? Glinda says, problem is criminals don't get punished. Going to jail is like a holiday for them. They get more rights than I do. Exactly. And guess who pays for their holiday? We do. As the taxpayers, we pay for the little holiday. We do. So, tell me then. Please tell me. We go to courts. We spend thousands of rands on lawyers to be able to put these criminals away. And what happens? Our tax money pays for them to have a little holiday. To get paid for working in jail. To watch TV. To have food. Cigarettes. Whatever else that they want. And then they come out and carry on as if life never happened. As if they did nothing wrong. Something is really wrong in this world. Really, really wrong in this world. Clinton says, why do we not change that then? We need to. We need to change it. We need to start bringing awareness in this country about what is going on. We have to. Guys, please do me a favor while you busy watching here and listening to me rant. Please smash the like button for me, just so that I know that'll indicate that you're all with me on this, and we need to make aware of what's going on around us and what's happening in our country. And yeah, so please smash the like button so that we can show everybody. And guys, please share this video. Share this video. Let's get the word out there that we have had enough. We've had enough. We've had enough of our children being treated like trading blocks, like sheep. We've had enough of the criminals taking advantage of us in this country. We've had enough of our governments taking advantage of us in this country. Because that's all that they're doing. Yeah, Estelle, thank you, Estelle. She said, be sure to smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Let me put my little subscribey thingy on there. Wisdom Job says, I like my Savannah dry. Yeah, Sorry, bad timing. No, it's fine. We needed a little break in that subject there. We needed the little break. Clinton says was a publicity stunt for political points. Yeah, the clicks thing. Yeah, it was. That's all it was. Priorities of South Africans are skewed. Someone needs to give every South African a wake-up slap. Yeah, PK. We need to give everybody who doesn't see what's going on a PK. Okay. Linda says to Johan, where's it? Linda says to Johan, unfortunately, people don't think about what we need to change when voting for these cancer government that only think about themselves. Exactly. Because you know what? People are so narrow-minded that they get a free t-shirt and maybe a juice bottle and a free cap and, ooh, okay, that's a party I'm going to vote for. Guys, there's more to voting for a government than free stuff. I'm sorry, we are 26 years with the ANC and the townships are atrocious. Where are the free houses that were promised by government? Where is the running water? Where's the running water, guys? You all want to vote the ANC into government again. And they still, after 26 years, have not fulfilled their promise. Where is the education system? Where is the health system? Where is running water in township schools? Why are kids still drowning in pit toilets in schools? Why? You know, in the Cape, the DA went and put toilets in. And you know what they did? They went in and broke them. They smashed them to pieces. So the DA's tried. Just think about it. Johan says, we're way past that point. Next stopping point will be an uprising, and it's not that far off. It's true. I don't think it is that far off, because I think South Africans are now starting to open their eyes a bit better, and I think we are gutful. I think we have now had enough. Totemkopf says, I think an uprising is putting it mildly. Yeah, pretty much. Johan says, I see it every day. You arrest criminals, and in a week or two, you arrest that same effer again. Sad, eh? Very, very sad. Clinton McConnell says, Linda Scott, I don't think the votes are even legit. How is it possible that people can vote to live like this? Voting is rigged. And you know what? I've been saying that for years. I have been saying that for years. And now they want to turn around and make the whole voting system electronic. They want to make it electronic. So if you think it's rigged now, wait until they make it electronic. Wait. Totemkopf says the button is always smashed. Oh, thank you. If you don't want to smash the like button, guys, then please just press it gently. You can do that as well. Clinton says, we know what is going on. We need it sorted now, not tomorrow. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. But how do we do that, Clinton? How do we do that? You know, as ordinary citizens, and you know what, I think that's the whole thing, is people don't actually realize their power. And that's one of the reasons why I started this channel. And it's a female channel. It's made for women empowerment. But you know what? We need to empower everybody. We really, really do. It takes one person to make a change. Just one. People don't understand their power. They don't understand how much power one person has, because it takes one to stand up against the rest, and more people will start following that one person. And then after that, more people will start following them until eventually you have a group. And that group will turn bigger and bigger and bigger. We need to do something. Jan says, yes, it is the mild statement. But when the shit hits the fan, it will be a lot more fun for most of us. Am I quite far behind in the comments? Mm-hmm. Ooh, Julia. Oh, no, not that far. Okay, Steve E says, no, it's time to stop peaceful protest. Going to court also a waste of time. Exactly. It seems like the only thing this government listens to is looting and violence. Okay, look, I wouldn't do the looting and violence personally myself. But the only thing that they seem to react to is violence. And why? Why? It shouldn't be like that. We should not have to become violent to have our country run the way we need it to be. We shouldn't have to become violent to get running water, to get proper toilets put into schools. We shouldn't have to become violent. This is why I say there's something wrong in today's society if we have to become violent to make our voices heard. There is something wrong in the society. Something very, very wrong. Very wrong. Gentle says people need to stand together and actually do something. Exactly. This is the problem. Is there is all talk. Talk. And talk doesn't get anything. It doesn't get us anywhere. Nowhere. Clinton's laughing at my PK comments. Clarissa said, say it like it is, Laura. People need a puss club, yeah. Linda says, I fully agree. What do you suggest? Unfortunately, we don't stand together in crisis. That's our biggest problem we have in this country, is we're divided. And you know what, and I don't know how to say this in a way that's not going to come across bad or come across wrong or come across in a way that I don't mean it to come across. But let me put it this way. Let me start from the beginning. Yes, apartheid was wrong. The way that people were treated during apartheid was wrong. But let me tell you something. I never grew up with white privilege. I made my own privilege. I worked with these two hands to get every single tiny little thing that I have in my life. We didn't grow up rich. We didn't grow up with money. So we, you know, like, I'm sorry, obviously when I was born, it was out of stock, clearly. But, you know, and this is a problem in this country, is because of this whole thing, we are too divided. We are too divided. We need to come together. We need to stand together. Because you know what? I don't care if you're blinking purple, okay? You're a human being, and green and purple need to stand together, and we need to go and make this country what it is supposed to be. I don't care what color you are. If you respect me, I respect you. I don't care what color you are. Because it's not this that matters. It's this. And it's this. That's what makes you different. Not the color of your skin. It's your personality and your mind. The color of your skin has nothing to do with it. This is why I'm doing the inspirational streams of self-confidence and everything else. Because it's how you portray yourself is how people are going to see you. If you portray that you are worthless, people are going to see you as worthless. If you don't put the effort and everything into your life, you are going to get nowhere. Sitting on your backside saying, you owe me, that is going to get you nowhere. That is going to ruin your life. And not only your life, your children's lives, your grandchildren's lives. You need to get off your backside and stop demanding and start doing. Because that is what's going to change your life, your mind and your personality, not the color of your skin. So I hope that came across the correct way, in the way it was meant to be. Okay, I'm going to skip a couple of questions, guys. Clinton McConnell says there is no such thing as white privilege. It's a myth. It's a dragon. It's a unicorn. Exactly. Look, maybe during apartheid there was, and maybe for a couple of years after, but not anymore. Not anymore. There is no more white privilege. That died with our grandfathers and our grandfathers' fathers. There is no more white privilege. If you work hard in your life, you will get to where you want to be. Newsflash, like, just FYI. Okay. Johan says the ANC is pushing and working extremely hard to keep everyone divided. Well, exactly. And that's why. Not only the ANC, the EFF as well. They are making sure that people think we are divided. They are making sure that they think that there's only one racist race in this country, when there isn't. There isn't. And I'm sorry, if you can pull a race card, you're a racist. Ruth says, how do you do about racial intermarriage? Look, personally, I don't agree with it. That's my personal opinion. That is just my personal view about it. But if you want to have a different race boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband or whatever, that's your prerogative. It's the same as people being gay. If you want to be a man with another man, that is your personal decision. It's not my personal decision, it's yours. Ruth says nobody chooses what color or materialistic value they are born with. Exactly. Clinton says the biggest problem with SA is entitlement. End it and it'll end all our problems. Exactly. I agree. Eleutheria says racism doesn't prejudice. Yeah. The Joker says I'm going to dye my skin color to purple and reclassify myself to a dinosaur. If you ANC, try mess with me now. Okay, just do me a favor, Joker. Send us a photo of that, okay? I want to see you purple. I just want to see you purple. Okay, guys, we're running out of time because Ronaldo's going to be starting at 8. But the other thing with this whole kid thing that I wanted to touch on too, I don't know if everybody's heard about it as well. There was a 33-year-old guy who decided to commit suicide live on Facebook. I don't know what kind of sick person does that. If you've gotten to the point where you don't care about your own life, that doesn't mean you shouldn't care about everybody else's, guys. Like, I'm sorry, like, you know, if you don't care about your own life, try and think about the impact you have on other people. Please. Because now this oak has done this, and as much as TikTok and Facebook and all of those are trying to remove this video People keep posting it. Guys, delete the video, please. Why do you want to keep a video like that? Why? I would not be able to watch that video. I seriously wouldn't. I would physically be scarred if I had to watch that video. Physically and mentally. And the worst part is you have sick people in this world. This one sicko has gone and taken this video of this oak committing suicide live and posted it in the middle of children's videos. In the middle. Huh? Lauren says Ronaldo isn't streaming tonight, but I thought tonight was Steve Hofmeyer. What happened to Steve Hofmeyer? Let us know, Lauren. You know, what kind of an do you need to be to take a video like that and post it in the middle of kids' videos? How sick do you need to be? How sick do you need to be? So us as parents, we see our kids busy watching a YouTube video of Baby Shark. Next minute that video isn't Baby Shark anymore. And guess what? We've walked away. Okay, cool. My daughter's watching a video of Baby Shark. And you leave them. Lauren says it's been postponed until next week. He is sorting out his PC and our internet is giving problems. Oh no, that sucks. I was so looking forward to that stream. I was really looking forward to that one, but okay. But yeah, no, guys, if you know of anybody who has that video, who's kept that video, please ask them to delete it. If you see anybody post that video, please report it. Let's stop this video going viral. Let's stop it in its tracks. Because this is causing problems. It is sick. Please, guys, be careful. I've told, like on Thursday, my kids were with their dad for the day. I said, listen, do not leave the kids alone with a laptop. I don't want them watching Google videos. I don't want them watching TikTok videos. I don't want them watching any videos that I haven't watched first. Or that he hasn't watched first. I was shocked and horrified to hear what is happening with this video. And you know what? And let me just... If that person... okay, happens to come across this stream, who's posted this video in the middle of kids' videos, you're sick. Okay, you need to go and get some help. If you want to do that with this video, then rather put a gun to your own head, okay? That's what I'm going to say. So if you're the person who's posting that video in the middle of kids' videos, then rather go do it to yourself. Okay. Musa. Musa. And I'm still playing the calming music. It is slightly helping. I'm not going to lie. 11 Totenkopf says, Lauren, I'm going to miss Supreme Leader at SEC. I know, right? Like, a night without watching Ronaldo is just sad. It's terrible. Horrible. Wisdom Drop says, I hate YouTube ads. I didn't, wait, I lost it now. I hate, why does this thing jump like this? It's so irritating. Sorry, guys. This thing jumps so badly. I hate YouTube ads. I didn't consent to that. Exactly. Clinton McConnell says use YouTube for kids. That doesn't always help, Clinton. That doesn't always help, I'm afraid. Marina Berta says what video? Marina's Berta, there is a guy, a 33-year-old man, who decided to live stream his own suicide. He decided, what a chop. He decided to live stream his own suicide. And you know what, I have great sympathy for his wife and his family. Because for them at this point, must be devastating. It must be terrible. How do you... This is why I say suicide is the most cowardice thing you can do. It is the most selfish thing in the world that you as a person can do. There is always a way out. Always. Suicide is never an answer. But it's the only way for people who don't want to stand up and fight. People who don't want to stand up and make their lives better for themselves. It is a serious coward's way out. Serious. I see Johan replied to him saying the live suicide that made the rounds the past week. It's the past couple of days, actually. Clinton says we need a sick in the head vaccine rather than a COVID one. Yeah, I agree. And either that or we just need more mental institutions. Wisdom Drop says use books for kids. Definitely. If your kids are bored, rather get them an e-reader than an iPad or a tablet. Rather let them read. Estelle Al says the link that TikTok can't keep up to take down this video. Exactly. That's why I say, guys, if you see this video posted by somebody, please report it so that it can be removed as quickly as possible, hopefully before another person decides to save this stupid video. But do yourselves a favor. Do not watch the video. Do not watch the video. Guys, you don't need that in your head. Really, we have so many things that can take us down every day. So don't deliberately go and watch something that is going to make you down and depressed and upset and horrified. You don't need that mental picture when you climb in your bed at night to go to sleep. Really, you don't. 11 Totem Kopf says people just disappeared. People just need to be red pilled to the reality of what's happening. Yeah, they do. That's very true. Mal S says amen, Laura. Wisdom Drop says cancel TikTok. Look, I don't have an issue with TikTok as a, I don't like the whole cancel culture thing, and it's not TikTok's fault. The problem is the people on TikTok are sharing this video. TikTok is trying their best to remove the video. They're trying to, every time it gets reported or they see it, they are removing it. But the problem is that there's still people posting it. So this is what we need to stop, is the people who are posting this video. Gentle says, watch that Netflix movie called The Social Dilemma. Okay, I'll check it out. Raymond E says, you have to stream until 10. No. Not only will you guys be sick of me by then, I'll be like, my dog's busy taking stuff off the bookshelf. Clearly she wants to read a book. She's stealing my vape juice. Oh, okay. It obviously smells nice. She's stealing my vape juice off the bookshelf. So, a funny story, guys, I must actually tell you. So, I didn't stay at home this weekend. I was away. I was staying at a very, very good friend of mine. And Sheila, my dog, was not happy about this at all. Apparently, Johan came home from dropping me off. And when she saw that I didn't come through the door, she picked up her little teddy and she went and lay by the way one-seater by herself and sulked. She was not happy that mommy did not come home. Yeah. So then when I came home, she didn't even come to the door like she normally does when I come home. So I came in quietly, and she was outside. So I went to the sliding door and I poked my head around the sliding door. And she was busy looking elsewhere, looking at the wall. And as she turned her head and she saw me, you could actually see that expression in her face. And she ran to me like grease lightning to come and say hello. Guys, I can't live without animals. I really, really can't. You know, just the look on her face when she saw me around that door, it was priceless. Absolutely priceless. It was beautiful. It was amazing. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because it's just a real awesome little story. Well, it's not a story, it's a truth, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Joker says, I rip the heads off babies and then eat them. Jelly babies. Yes, only jelly babies. Marina's Bertha says it is called depression. Yes, I know about depression. Trust me, I know about depression. But there's still always a way out. There's always things that you can do. There's never a point in your life where you can turn around and say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Because you need to be willing within yourself. Because if you're depressed to that point where you're saying, I can't do this anymore, then you should have the knowledge to know that there are things you can do to help. And you should be able to know as well that you can change things. And yes, everybody has bad times. Everybody has bad times. Not only me, not only you guys. Everybody has bad times. It's what you make of those bad times. It's what makes a difference. Let's see what other comments we have. Wisdom Drop says, beware, social dilemma is an MK program. It's true and it's alluring for a reason. Baited hook. Yeah, I agree with you there. Steve E says, no, it's not cowardly. All desperate calls for help go unheeded. Nobody cares anymore. That's where you're wrong. If you have people in your life that don't care about you, then you're around the wrong people. Okay. Then you're around the wrong people. And it is cowardly. I hate to tell you, but it is a cowardly act. Because if you're too much of a coward to stay alive and fight to make your life better, then you're a coward. Okay. Then you're a coward. And I'm not saying it to be nasty. My uncle committed suicide. Okay. And for what you are doing to your family by doing that act, it's not worth it. Let me tell you, it is not worth it. Marina's Butt said it is not because of that movie, series of 13 Reasons Why. Okay, I'm lost on that comment. Steve E, if it wasn't for my mom and dogs, I know, right? That's what I say, there's always people around you who care, Steve. There's always at least one person around you that cares, more than you know. There's so many people around you that care that you don't even know that they care. But they do. Clarissa R says, there is something wrong with me then, I guess, because I want to watch the video. I have to know how it starts to be vigilant since my son watches YouTube. I would rather... Yes, like, I agree with you on that front, to know what the beginning is, but I wouldn't watch the whole thing, is what I mean. Like, if you see what the beginning is, just so that you know if a video that your kid's watching changes to that beginning piece, you can jump in quickly. But don't watch the whole video. Don't watch the whole video. Hey, Corlia. Thank you for joining us. Lynn Scott says, I agree. Don't think anyone committing suicide is in control anymore. Can't see how anyone can do that. Must be very desperate. Yeah. This video, Estelle said, this video came up on my For You page of someone reacting to the video just before you started streaming. I did report it. Well done, Estelle. Keep reporting it. Wisdom Drop says, Clarissa, you may see signs. Please rather read an article. You may not see it coming. That's the other thing, is you don't want to see stuff. Remember, you can't unsee what you see. You cannot unsee what you see. Clarissa asks, and speaking from experience, at the point where you are going to commit suicide or attempt it, there is zero control left. You know what? I know what I want to say, but I don't know the right way of saying it. To me, it's a matter of you never, if you've lost control in that way, then the people around you who should be caring enough haven't done enough. Let me just say it that way. Then the people around you have not done enough. Or during that time of depression, or when you feel like you're losing control, you didn't reach out enough. Try reaching out a little bit more. Wisdom Drop says, weed saved my life and Jesus too. Okay, whatever works for you. The Joker says, Wisdom Drops, why drink and drive when you can smoke and fly? Exactly. Mal S says, have a peaceful evening. Jumped again. Have a peaceful evening, Laura. Thanks for great stream as always. We need more awareness streams. Definitely. We will do more. Wisdom Drop says, I don't know about that, but Moses has experience with burning bushes. Awesome. Clinton McConnell says, angel number 440 signifies personal freedom. The entire experience you have gathered in your life would expand to some new horizons, a new relationship, a new profession, or a new way of looking. I like that, Clinton. Oh, your new way of looking at life and new ideas as well. I like that. Guys, remember, angel number 440. Clarissa R says, I almost succeeded in committing suicide. Very, very almost. I can honestly say that the impact on family is the last thing you think about. You are alone. No one understands who isn't there. But, Clarissa, but the thing is, to me, don't put yourself in that situation. If you feel like you are feeling at that point in time, don't be alone. There's always things you can change. There's always things you can do. Don't be alone. I know when I'm feeling depressed, and I'll say to you straight, listen, I don't want to be alone right now. I don't feel like I want to be alone right now. And that's what you need to do. Reach out to people. Don't tell yourself people don't care. And you know what, if anybody knows somebody in those kind of situations and who is depressed and feels alone a lot, make sure that they know that you're there for them. Do your part as well. You know, sometimes everyone just needs a stretched out hand every now and then. And I'm not talking about giving money or anything like that. By stretched out hand, I mean just a little bit of support. Just somebody to say, look, I'm here. That's okay. I'm here. Corlia says, remember the only funeral I went to during lockdown was a suicide. Yeah, it's very sad. 11 Totemkopf says, you're absolutely correct. Bianca, you can't unsee what you have seen. Bianca, are we talking Bianca? The Bianca. Wisdom Drop says Golden Gate Bridge survivors all regret what they did and become super spiritual. Yeah. Marina's Berta says search 13 reasons why, only news. Maybe it'll give you the answer. Okay, I'll go and have a look. The Joker saying to Wisdom Drop, so Moses had experience with burning bush. It's cool. Okay, I'm not going to say that word. Okay, guys, but I think we're done. But yeah, please watch your kids. Please be aware of your surroundings. Please make sure that you're looking around you. When you go to restaurants, be careful, be cautious. Sit in a place where you can see the door. When you can see anybody who's walking towards you. Okay? Just be aware of what's going on around you. Make sure that people see that you're aware of what's going on around you as well. I also heard somewhere as well, there was a whole thing where they were kidnapping women, human trafficking of women, and when you walked into the bathroom, they would be standing there and wait for you to be washing your hands, and when you're washing your hands, they would come up behind you and use chloroform and put you out, and they'd basically wheel you out on a wheelchair. So ladies, on that subject as well, like, if you walk into a bathroom and it's empty and you see one or two people standing around there, or ladies obviously because you're in the ladies' bathroom, that aren't doing anything, get out of there. Okay. Physically turn around and get out of there. But trust your instincts, guys. If you're in a situation where you don't feel comfortable, leave the situation. Trust your own instincts. 9 times out of 10, your own instincts are correct. What if hermit and introvert? What if you're a hermit and introvert? 0 income this year, maxed out, too old, wrong color for jobs, and then? Steve, there's always a way. There is always a way. Even if you're an introvert, you still have those 1 or 2 people you're close to. It may not necessarily be friends, but it might be family. There's always somebody that you can turn to. Always somebody. Never ever think that there's nothing you can do. Never ever think that. Marina's but said, I'll share the stream of you. Thanks, Laura. Pleasure, Marina's. Please do share, guys. Don't forget to like the stream if you want to. As well as don't forget to subscribe. I'll do my little subscribey thingy. You'll see it's going to click on the subscribe and click on the bell icon. Because if you don't click on the bell icon and change it to all, then you won't get notified of all of my streams. As well as, guys, I did get a few requests. So I have gotten a snap scan. Because there was a few people asking me. So if you would like to support my channel, then please go ahead and do so. There's no obligation. If you don't want to, don't. But yeah, it's there if you want it. Okay, guys. Let's see who else we got. Johan says, last word, always know what is happening around you. Not just when you're in a mall, but in your car, in your house, at work. Everywhere you go, it will save your life or someone else's life. Exactly. Take that with you, guys. The Joker says, jokes all aside, everyone must take responsibility for what they do, say, and hear. This allows for a safer society to begin with. Definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget, from our previous Sunday streams, tomorrow morning, get out of bed, make your bed, get ready for work, take a deep breath, be ready for the day, and don't forget to tell yourself you're amazing. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for a fantastic stream, for sitting and watching me. So I'm pausing for sitting and watching me for an hour and chatting with me. It's been absolutely great. And I can't wait to, don't forget my video on Wednesday. It's going to be another makeup edition video on Wednesday. So I hope you're all looking forward to it. Have a great one, guys. Enjoy. Keep well. Bye.